Today's video is going to be on mental health, specifically Men's Mental Health Month. I haven't heard anything about it. It's pretty disheartening. What's cracking? What's popping? What's happening, YouTube fam? Blake McMahon back at it with another video. Y'all notice anything different? I finally got a camera. This is my first time using it, so y'all be patient with me. Today's video is going to be on mental health, specifically Men's Mental Health Month. I haven't heard anything about it. It's pretty disheartening. So we're going to break this down and we're going to unpack it. So let's get to it. Mental health for men. I haven't seen hardly any videos on this topic, which is actually mind-blowing to me, because I believe I looked at a statistic. Several surveys and studies have been done, and suicide is 75th percentile to 80th percentile in men. So men are committing suicide the most of the time, and I believe the reason for that is because in today's society and culture, men have been taught to be macho and to bury their feelings and to never talk about anything that goes on in their life or in the world, because that makes them tough, that makes them cool or more respected. But I'm here to tell you, I took that path in my life for several years, and I can tell you confidently that I was absolutely miserable. I was upset, I was angry, I was furious, bitter, resentful, just straight up miserable. And I never want to feel that again. And my life began to change when I began to open up to people and talk and tell them and express how I felt. Now, I'm not saying as a man you need to be all boo-hoo and crying all the time and super soft, because men do need to be more emotionally stable and tough. But you got to find a fine line and a balance. You have to be able to be tough on one end, but also open up and express yourself and show your feelings, because that's what connects us with our humanity, is being able to express our emotions to other people. And not just other people, you have to be able to express that to yourself. You have to be comfortable with talking to yourself, figuring out the pain and the trauma and the past hurts that you've been through, and accepting that that has happened in your life, and now it's time to heal from that and to move on. But like I said, one of the huge focal points of this entire video is men, you have to start talking to people. If you need a therapist, go see a therapist. If you have good Christian leaders in your life at a church, a pastor, spiritual mentor, somebody you look up to is very wise and smart, connect with that person and talk to them as much as you can, because that will lead you on the path of healing and wholeness, which takes an extended period of time to get to. But it's taking little steps every day to get healed and to become better. I think one of the most common things that happens with men is we get so used to never talking about anything, never expressing ourselves, never telling people how we feel, that as we bottle it up inside, we just get used to that feeling of walking around and never expressing ourselves, never being thankful or grateful for the things that we have in life because of the pain that we're currently feeling or we have felt in our past. And a lot of the times that pain that you feel, you project that onto other people and your relationships, and we don't even realize it. We walk around angry and upset and mad and frustrated, and we're snappy and irritated with people because of the pain that we have within us. And it's okay to feel that pain. It's okay to feel unstable up here, but it's not okay to stay in that spot and not be willing and not make the active steps to pursue a healthier mind and a healthier life. So ultimately, it's up to us, y'all. It's up to us to get the therapy, the healing, and the guidance that we need. But you have to come to realization and grips and terms with yourself and accept that, okay, something is not right up here. Something is not right in here. I need help. And I understand that I need help. And I'm okay that I need help. And make those steps to go find someone to help you. Y'all, we got to pray more. We got to read the Bible more. We got to seek God more. We got to seek family and friendships that are good to us, people that are genuinely good to us. A lot of the times we have people in our lives who are super toxic, and they're not doing anything to help us. Not just help us, but they're dragging us down, they're making us worse, and they're contributing to that instability in our minds and in our hearts and in our souls. And y'all, look, I just want y'all to know, it's okay to feel the way that you do. I don't want you to feel alone or singled out or wimpy or weak because you feel the way that you do. Honestly, when you're able to come to terms with yourself and acknowledge that you feel a certain type of way, that takes a certain level of strength that most people don't have. Because like I was talking about earlier, most people don't want to confront themselves. They don't want to confront the pain and the hurt that they carry around every single day. the instability, the furiousness, the anger, the confusion, the fear in their minds. And look, we have to get to the point where we are willing to confront ourselves. We have to get to the point to where when something goes down and we make a mistake, we have to own up and be accountable, right? We have to be accountable to ourselves. And we have to have enough discernment and enough conviction from God to say, you know what I did was wrong. The way that I'm thinking, my thought processes, they're wrong. That's not a healthy way to think. Oh, I shouldn't view them in that light. That's not pure. That's not right. So we need to get to the point where we are willing to confront ourselves, hold ourselves accountable. That's the main step. Are you going to be okay with somebody else holding you accountable, right? Like a therapist or a mentor, somebody like that, if you don't even hold yourself accountable? If you can't come to terms with yourself, right? Nobody else is going to be able to tell you what to do, right? So it says in the Bible that self-deception is the absolute worst type of deception that there is. Because you lie to yourself and you convince yourself that you're okay, that you don't need to change, that you don't need to heal, that you don't need better relationships, and that you're all good. And that will get you absolutely stuck in the same spot and you'll never grow. So look, gotta find good people in your life that will hold you accountable. Number one, you gotta hold yourself accountable. And number three, look, don't lie to yourself. When you learn to tell the truth to yourself, you begin to trust yourself. And it may seem like a complex, weird thing, dynamic going on, but it's really not. It's super simple. We have the ability to trust ourselves, to hold ourselves accountable, to love ourselves. And men, that's what we got to do. We have to learn how to accept the things that we've been through, to love ourselves, to trust ourselves, and to be honest with ourselves. Then we can move out into the world, into our purpose, and do what God has called us to do. And when you are able to hold yourself accountable, love and trust yourself, then you are open to the point of and receiving somebody else's help, receiving somebody's guidance, love, and compassion, right? And look, y'all, I feel this really deep in my heart. I just want to let y'all know, look, it's going to be okay. You are going to get through this. No matter what you do, never ever give up. Continue to pursue health and wellness, right? And I mean that physically, I mean that mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Nobody is telling you that this is going to be easy. In fact, it might be the most difficult thing that you've ever experienced in your life. But it will absolutely be worth it. That I can promise you. Because when you can go into the world and have stability in your mind and peace within your inner being and walk around and actually love people and care about people, you begin to do something in other people's lives, not just in your own. You begin to impact your family and your community, your workplace, wherever you're doing your hobbies. And you begin to love people and speak into their lives and help them get healing and give them clarity, even if it's just a nice word here and there. You become a pillar in your community, whether you realize it or not. Because look, y'all, this world is really dark. And that's part of the reason why men's mental health is so jacked up, so screwed up, because of what society has shaped our world to be like. There's a lot of evil, a lot of wickedness in this world. And we have to be willing as men to pursue goodness, to pursue greatness, to pursue pureness, holiness, righteousness, and be men of valor, men of integrity, men of honesty. And that's not an easy thing to do. It is very, very difficult. But like I said, it will always be rewarding during the journey and in the end. And I just want to tell y'all are going to get through this. You're going to be better. There's a reason why you're watching this video. Whether 20 people see it, 200 people, 20,000 or 200,000, it doesn't matter to me. If I am helping impact one of your lives, it's a blessing for me. I also feel this deep in my heart too. If you're in a toxic relationship, do everything you can to get out of it. And I understand that certain people's situations are a little bit more complex than others, right? Like maybe being divorced and having children, whatever the case may be. But look, I'm telling you this, for your sake, for your health, if you're in a toxic relationship, do everything that you can to get out of it and to work on yourself more. We need to, as men, spend more times with ourselves, more time on healing, more time on contemplating, writing, talking to other people, and writing down our thoughts. It's okay to be like that. That's not a girly thing to do. This thing that, oh, if you write in a journal, it's girly. Man, bump that. That's crazy. I write in a journal very often, and some of the most intelligent people, some of the most intelligent scholars, professors, most influential people in the world, they write consistently on a daily basis. Because think about it like this, just to break it down really quickly. In your mind is your thoughts, right? How do you express your thoughts other than your words? Writing. And a lot of times writing is actually more pure than what you speak. Because when you're speaking to other people and you're filtering things in and out. And you may not say something in this conversation, but you'll say it in this conversation. But when you're writing, you're not around anybody but yourself. It's you and yourself. So when you write, you're expressing what's really in the depths of your being, the depths of your soul, your mind, your heart, your body, and your spirit. I tell people often, write as much as you can, because you'll eventually tell on yourself. And when you're able to read what you have written down, what's pouring out from the depths of your being, then you're able to see and confront what is within you. And when you make that decision to confront yourself and to be better, be patient with yourself. Give yourself some time to grow, some room to grow, some room for change. Really, mental health is more within you and your being. And I am totally okay with therapists and going and talking to people and having awesome relationships. I think it's a blessing from God. But ultimately, you have to be willing to confront you, to heal you, to hold you accountable, right? You have to spend time with yourself, get along with yourself, love yourself. A lot of the times the crisis in our minds comes from what is within. Actually, most of it comes from within. And I understand there are certain things in certain situations in everyone's life that we can't control, and that contributes to our mind. I get that. I understand that. We have to be willing to build ourselves up, to love ourselves. And I know I keep saying that, but there's a reason I keep saying it, because it's so important, right? So after talking a little bit about this, I want to give you all a few tips on how I work on my mental health. Number one is putting God first. Prayer, read my Bible. Whether you believe that or not, that's on you, right? If you want to believe that, you can believe it. But ultimately, God has changed my life for the better, and He is healing me from the inside out. So I always have to give Him praise and glory for that. Number two, I would say probably working out, being real with y'all. Get in the gym, y'all. As men, we need to not just be strong up here, but we got to be strong in our build, our body. And the science behind training and working out is you are accomplishing a goal, right? You are winning a small battle. And dopamine and serotonin are the feel-good chemicals within your brain that are released when you start pumping up a muscle, you start breaking down a muscle, when your blood is flowing through your body, oxygen and everything is flowing through your body. Dopamine and serotonin release, and those are the feel-good chemicals. So it makes you feel good. So not only are you scientifically feeling good in your brain, but also in your subconscious, you feel good because you just conquered something. You just won something, right? And you're realizing you were working to build your health, to be better, to be stronger, and to live longer, and to have a better quality of life. Another thing is when you have those crazy thoughts come in your mind, I have them too. Everybody has them. You have to grab them. You have to snatch them up, submit it to God, write it down, and leave it at that, and move past it. And it'll happen multiple times a day. That's okay, but don't let that thought just linger and wander around and meander around your mind and let it seep into your being. Because then you start to believe those things. When those thoughts pop up, boom, stop it right there. Pray about it. Write it down in your journal. Boom. And then you move forward, okay? Another thing too that goes along with the fitness and health, how I keep my mind feeling good. Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but when I eat bad, when I eat really crappy fast food, or I eat stuff that I'm allergic to, the science behind it is your brain gets inflamed. It doesn't like it. It's trying to tell you that it does not like what's being put into your body and what's fueling your body. So when I eat really bad, I literally feel like my brain is slowing down. I don't feel as smart. I don't feel as sharp. I don't feel as intelligent. So get on a good diet. Figure out what works for you. If you have to go and test it out for the next few months, go and do it. What doesn't work, what makes you feel bad, get rid of it. What makes you feel good, keep that in your diet. Keep it balanced with the protein, the carbs, and the fats, right? Take your supplements, take your multivitamins, and become a more well-rounded and healthy individual. A couple more things, y'all, and we're going to be done with this video. I have really enjoyed making this video. I wish I could make it 30 minutes long, but frankly, not many people would watch it at all or sit through it, even half of it. So the next step is going to be take you a separate notebook and write down goals that you have for today, for just today. And as you go through your day, go and check them off. If you can get every last one of those goals, you are a beast. If you can get half of them, you're doing good. If you can get 3/4 of them, you're doing really good. And as you do that, you're going to gain more confidence because you set up a task that you conquered, right? And that builds confidence, even if it's just a little bit. That's a really, really good thing to do. And then set goals weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, half a year, annually, right? And as you do those things, make a constant effort and a conscious effort every single day to pursue those things. You're not always going to get up every day and feel like doing it. And you're not always going to hit a home run out of the park, and kill it every single day. But getting those goals done and beat and conquered will help build that little confidence every single day, and it's going to make you a better man, okay? A couple more things. Stop comparing yourself to other people, okay? You need to hear it like that because that's what it took from somebody else to tell me. Stop comparing yourself to other people. God made you individually special. Stop trying to be like everybody else. If you do that, you're going to be miserable for the rest of your life. Trust me, I know. I have experience with this. I know what it's like to go into the gym, to go into work, to go into whatever it is, and you're always looking at people and you become miserable because you don't have something that they have. When in actuality, you have no clue how their life is going on behind the scenes. Even if you do know them behind the scenes, you don't know what that person is struggling with, what they're dealing with. Be thankful for the things that God has given you, for the gifts God has given you, for the purpose God has given you, right? And be thankful for the things that are not going right because that's going to help build your character and you're going to learn yourself more and more and more. So stop comparing yourself to people. Stop caring about what other people think. I don't mean go be an absolute Nimrod and screwing around. I don't mean it like that. Don't be a degenerate. You know what I'm saying? But I mean it more in a healthy, confident way. Stop comparing yourself to people, right? Face forward, move forward, and build yourself. We don't have enough time in this world to be worried about what other people are doing, honestly. You should have so much work to do on yourself that you don't even have time to look around and be comparing yourself to other people, right? So look forward. Look forward, move forward. Compare you to you. And let's get to it. The last thing, y'all, that I'm going to talk about in this video is just being a good man. And those of you who are good men, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And to those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, being a good man looks like caring about yourself. But most importantly, putting God first, putting your family first, and then yourself. Go out of your way to help your family. Go out of your way to love your family. Be honest. Be loyal. Have integrity. Be patient. Be long-suffering. Be humble. Be strong and courageous. Confront wickedness. Confront lies. Confront evil. Build other people up around you. Don't lead with an iron fist. Lead with a humble servant attitude, and people around you will follow you. Be upright. Be righteous. Be a shoulder that people can cry and lean on. Be a pillar in your family and in your community. And do this over and over and over and over again, genuinely wanting people to be healed, to love people, for people to become better, to see people growing actively in your eyes is one of the most incredible things that I have ever witnessed in my life. To be a part of somebody's life that you get to be a part of somebody's life when you get to help them and you get to see them transform in front of your eyes is one of the most incredible things that I've ever experienced in my life. And it's making me a better man. Be patient with yourself. Work on building yourself daily. Doing all of these things, being a good worker, a hard worker day in and day out. Not being angry and furious and upset with people all of the time. Forgive people. Move on. Build yourself, build your family, build your community. Make the best impact that you can in people's lives. And that is what makes you a good man. Helping people, helping the homeless, widows, and orphans. All of these things help you become a better man. I appreciate y'all watching this video. I wish I could, like I said, I wish I could make this video an hour long. But I know most people wouldn't watch it. I've got this new device, this new camera. I'm figuring out how it works. Be patient with me. But I will tell you this, there's going to be a lot more of these videos coming. There's going to be a lot more of these videos on the way. And I'm excited for y'all to be a part of this journey. The channel is growing very, very, very quickly. So Get into the family. Watch the videos, turn on your post notifications, hit the bell, let your family and friends know about it, share it, because I want to help people. That's my calling, my purpose in this life. There's so much garbage, there's so much trash in this world and on the internet. I want to be somebody who's bringing wisdom, love, change, effort, and impact. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notification bell. Blake McMahon, I'm honored and I'm humbled that y'all would listen, is out of the building.